Well, praise be to God Almighty for this opportunity to be here with you for another great episode of Life is a University Show. I am Tyrone Poole, and I want to thank all those who are watching on Facebook, YouTube, and X. I want to welcome you to Life is a University Show. What is the purpose of Life is a University Show? Well, I understand that life is truly a university that is filled with principal classes called tests, trials, and temptations. And these classes we all must take. It doesn't matter how much money you have, what your lifestyle is, what your pigmentation is. We all must take these classes at Life University called Temptations, Trials, and Tests. And guess where the answers are found? Where are the answers found that pass these classes? The answers to helping us overcome these classes. Well, the answer is found 3 inches between your ears. That's right. It's how you think. It's how you set your mind. It's how you think when you're being tested. It's how you set your mind when you are being tried and tempted. And sometimes you can have all 3 going at the same time. That's why my purpose as host of Life is a University is to inspire you, to motivate you mentally and physically and spiritually so that you can graduate Life University and move on to the next level of your potential. And we all have next level potential. So, with that said, are you ready? Are you ready to work that thing? Yes, we're ready to work that thing. All right, let's WTT 100. Well, today I would like to address a topic that many of us have experienced at some point in our lives. And if you have not experienced what I'm about to talk about, then keep living. As the old saying goes, it's not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. So at some point in our lives, we will experience dealing with negative criticism after a relationship has ended. Now, we all know this is a time when emotions run high. They run high. Whether the person doing the finger pointing or the person that the fingers are being pointed at. This is a time when emotions run high. And the weight of criticism can feel particularly heavy, real heavy. However, during this time is also an opportunity for growth. During this opportunity, this time is an opportunity to have self-discovery. During this time, I believe is an opportunity for self-empowerment. Now, why do I say this? Well, there are 4 reasons why I say this. 4 reasons. And before I give you those reasons, I'm going to have to pause for a commercial break, and I'm going to be right back with how to deal with this criticism. So don't you go nowhere. I'll be right back.
There's a price to pay to become somebody new. There's a price to pay for change. Do I have what it takes? When you look into my future, Can you see me making it?
Okay. 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 Okay.
Hello, my name is Elijah and my body is my business. When I want to outperform my competition, I use TNT Nitric Shock pre-workout powder. It gives my body energy to maximize my performance. Take your performance to the next level and use Work That Thing TNT pre-workout powder.
And welcome back to Life is a University show. I am your host, Tyrone Poole. I'm so glad that you are here with me today. Today, I'm talking about how to deal with criticism after a relationship has ended. So I'm going to give you 4 reasons. I'm going to give you 4 reasons on how and why you can use this time of criticism. You can use this as an opportunity for growth, for self-discovery, and self-empowerment. So the first and first thing you need to understand is that I believe, everybody say I believe it's important to acknowledge your feelings. Yeah, you during this moment of criticism, you have to acknowledge your feelings. We all know ending a relationship can be incredibly painful. And when we're receiving this negative criticism and when we're receiving negative criticism, in the aftermath, it can amplify the pain. And I also believe it's okay. It's okay to feel hurt. It's okay to feel confused. It's okay to even be angry after a relationship has ended and the fingers are being pointed at you. Nobody likes the fingers to be pointed at them, right? So this is why you must allow yourself the space to process these emotions. And please remember, it's perfectly normal to feel this way. It's perfectly normal to feel hurt. It's perfectly normal to feel confused. It's perfectly normal to even be angry when people are pointing a finger, when they're criticizing you. That's why you must take time to allow yourself to deal with these emotions. The second thing we must understand, you got to consider the source of the criticism. You got to consider the source of the criticism because not all criticism is created equal. This is what I've learned. Not all criticism is created equal. Some criticism comes from people who may be coming from a place of hurt with that criticism. So while they're pointing the finger at you, they are really projecting. They are projecting their hurt. And they have to find someone to point the finger at. So this is why you must definitely consider the source of the criticism. Or sometimes that hurt can be misunderstanding, right? It can be misunderstanding. And check this out. Other criticism can be more constructive. So basically, at this point, we need to take a moment to reflect on who is delivering the criticism and their possible motivation. Because there are some people out there who want to criticize you. Again, they are projecting, right? They're hurting inside. So they want you to hurt like they hurt. And as the old saying goes, hurt people, what? Hurt people, right? So this is why you must consider their motives. Who is trying to criticize you? Now, this can help you determine how much weight to give to their words based on the person who is criticizing you and their motives of criticism. And check this out. It's also crucial to separate constructive feedback from mere negativity. Constructive criticism, even when it stings people, even when it stings, they're telling the truth. And it hurts to hear the truth sometimes, but it can offer valuable insight and opportunities for your personal growth. And if the criticism highlights areas where you can improve, I'm here to tell you, embrace it. Embrace it. Embrace it as a learning experience. Now, on the other hand, if the criticism is purely negative and serves no purpose other than to hurt, I'm telling you, it's important to recognize it. It's important to recognize it for what it is and not let it undermine your self-worth. Man, let that stuff go. Hang up the phone, close the door, right? Get out of there because they're trying to hurt you. They're trying to destroy you. And I think one of the most empowering steps you can take while criticism is happening, the most empowering step you can take is to focus on self-care and self-improvement. So use this time to reconnect with yourself. Pursue your passions. You got to continue to pursue your passions as you go through criticism. Because I believe most people, when they're being criticized, whether it's personal or professional, right? Because you can get personal persecution. You can be criticized professionally. But during this time, I think it's a great opportunity to reconnect with yourself, right? And make sure you can continue to pursue your passions while you're going through that moment. It's important to keep it moving. It's important to invest in your own well-being. And also, during these moments of criticism, right, surround yourself with supportive friends and family who lift you up, who uplift you and remind you of your strengths. And remember, people, remember this. You are not defined by someone else's opinion of you. So let them point the finger, but I'm here to tell you, you are not defined by someone else's opinion of you. This is why they say the mind is the battleground. It made me think of a story, kind of like a statement, so to speak, a little short story of when I say the mind is the battleground, right? And I'm talking about, again, when people talk about you, you have to understand that what they say does not define you. But if you don't control it right here, because this is where they're truly trying to attack. They're trying to attack your mind. The mind is the battleground, right? So when I talk about this small person, right? A small person riding a horse that, what horses weigh anywhere from 500 to 800 pounds, right? But did you know that a small person probably weighing 90 pounds, soaked and wet, can control that horse. Yes, they can control that horse. They can make that horse go left, and that horse will go left. They make that horse go right, that horse will go right. Why? Because the person has the horse by the head. So this is why it is very important that you do not allow what other people say. You do not allow their opinion to define who you are. Now, another piece of information, another piece of advice is also practicing that self-compassion, right? You got to be kind to yourself. Don't join the party with them. Just because you got a lot of fingers pointing at you, don't join the pity party. Be kind to yourself and the knowledge that everyone makes mistakes and everyone has flaws. You are a work in progress. I am a work in progress. We all are masterpieces being developed. And I'm telling you, it's okay to be in progress. It's okay to have mistakes, make mistakes, and have some flaws, because you're going to get better, because you're going to take that and learn from it, and you're going to make yourself better. So during that making yourself better, treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a dear friend that is going through the same thing. Lastly, what I want to offer you guys, you got to let go of the need for external validation. A lot of us, when we get criticized, we all like to make people happy. But sometimes I think we go overboard in trying to get people's validation, to make people see things the way we want them to see, but they don't want to see it. So my last thing that I want to say, when you are going and dealing with this negative criticism, when a relationship has ended, whether it's professionally or personally, let go of the need for external validation. It's not what they say about you, people. It's not what they say about you that will destroy you. No, it's not. It's what you say about yourself that threatens your future. I'm here to tell you, your worth is not determined by what others think or say about you. So you must focus on building a strong sense of self-esteem that comes from within. That's why I'm a firm believer that you have to know who you are, what you have, and what you can do. The more you know about yourself, the harder it is for someone to enchain you, to break you down mentally, because you know what they're saying is not true. So you got to have self-esteem, which comes from the inside, from within. So you must trust in your abilities to navigate through these challenging times and emerge stronger and wiser. You must embrace these challenges. You got to trust that it's going to make you stronger and it's going to make you wiser. So, as I bring this episode of Life is a University to an end, I want to conclude by saying, dealing with negative criticism after a relationship ends, whether it's personally or professionally, is undoubtedly challenging. But it can also be a powerful catalyst for growth. So if you acknowledge your feelings, if you consider the source of the criticism, if you embrace constructive feedback when there's constructive feedback to embrace, if you focus on self-care, If you practice self-compassion and if you let go of the need for external validation, I'm here to tell you, you will win. You will win. You will overcome the negativity. You will overcome. But most importantly, people, most importantly, you will emerge as a more resilient and empowered individual. So, until next episode, people, I pray that you prosper in everything and be in health just as your soul prospers. Also, if you are having a corporate event, workshop, college program, or church function, and you need a unique speaker with a universal message, then I am that unique speaker with a universal message. Just send me an email at bookings@tyronepool.com. And always remember, what do? We work that thing. What is it all about when we work that thing? It's all about the E. It's all about energy. It's all about effort. It's all about efficiency. It's all about effectiveness. And whatever your E word that excites you to earn that thing, I want you to WTT 100 in love and in peace. I'm out of here, people. Until next time, go work that thing.